It's a bit early this morning, isn't it?
I'm a little bit tired.
You are a bit tired. Were you out last night?
No, wow, sort of ish.
Dates? Another date?
No, I don't date, do I?
Do you not? Busy week?
Busy week, yeah, not too bad, yeah. Been in the shop all week, I have, but...
You've been in the shop all week? Yeah,
one of us had to be.
I was away.
Oh,
again.
Shock.
Well, you could have come again, couldn't you? But, again, passport issues.
But, we have a passport now.
He does, and that's a big thing. Like, we're excited this week because Leicester's got himself a passport which has finally come through. But do you know what's funny? Obviously we've done the Brexit thing, and I thought yours was going to come through a different colour, but it's still the same colour, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, receiving my passport was like the best thing that's ever happened to me with my clothes on.
Right, welcome back to another Sunday morning show. We've got a few things that I want to talk about this week, and we've got a few questions that have come in from you guys, which we want to sort of talk about as well. And there's a real key one that I want to get to the nitty gritty of, and I'm not sure if we're going to do it here, but I'm going to certainly cover it maybe away somewhere.
Cool.
Right, have you had any questions come in?
No.
Nothing at all?
No,
you must have some questions.
I didn't put anything on, so...
No, there must be something you want to ask me. No.
Is there?
No, there isn't, no.
No?
No. So, one of the big questions that's come in, alright? One of the big questions that's come in from a chap called Guy Legg. Now, this was, I think, following on from maybe another Sunday morning show we did, but hello, Guy. Now, Guy has asked...
What's he asked?
Does Dan know how Leicester takes his tea and coffee? That is apparently, to Guy, that's the big question.
That is the big question.
So that's the question of the week.
I would say he doesn't, because he very rarely makes me a tea or coffee.
I disagree with that. I think, so I know that you take your coffee, one little scoop of coffee, because you like your instant stuff, which is...
Yeah, but the top of the range instant.
Top of the range instant.
None of the own brand stuff.
No, that's true. It has to be top of the range, so we do spend a bit of money on that.
We do, yeah.
So one scoop of coffee, and then just hot water, but don't let it, when it boils, don't then just pour it straight in. No. This is the lecture I had. So don't just pour it straight in, let it sit for maybe like a minute, then pour the hot water in, and then top it up with red milk.
Correct.
Now, red milk in the UK it's just basically white water. It's pretty bad, all right? But he likes just a little splash of white water in his coffee. And that's basically it, isn't it?
There's a couple of reasons for that, because I don't particularly like it, but my stomach prefers it.
Ah, okay, so it sits better with you.
Sits better.
But that's your coffee, isn't it?
Coffee, yeah,
so there's no sugar.
No sugar.
But yeah, so that's how he likes his coffee. And then his tea, again, don't quite pour the boiling water into the tea bag. Put the tea bag in the bottom. Yeah. No milk at this point.
Oh, no.
Straight on top of the tea bag, and then leave the tea bag in, pour the milk in, and then leave the spoon and the tea bag in, and I just hand it to him.
Yeah.
And that's it, isn't it?
That is it, as strong as possible. It's like a builder's one.
Bit of builders? What's wrong with the builders?
Builder's tea. You're
upsetting all the builders.
I love a good builder.
So there's his tea and coffee. Question is...
To be fair, I've been a bit critical, because your tea and coffees are decent, like compared to like James's.
Yeah.
A lot of the time I can't tell what I've got.
Yeah, James is our assistant here at the golf club, and his tea and coffees, he's got a lot to learn. Yeah. Here's a good one. It's difficult to work out who's actually written this from Instagram, so I won't read out the name because it's not really a name, it's just a load of letters. But do you guys still get nervous on the first tee, even in a friendly? So do you still get nervous? I mean, if you tee up in a competition, do you get nervous?
No.
What about in a competition?
I do in a competition, yeah, definitely.
So you get nervous in a competition?
Yeah. Not in a friend. If we're just going out for a round of golf with a couple of your mates, no. To be honest, I don't play a lot of social golf because I don't enjoy it.
Okay.
There's no... When you're playing a competition, there's more pressure.
Yeah.
You want to play well. If you go out with your mates, you want to play well, but it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
So no, but in a proper competition, yeah. Whether it's a medal or...
And does it take you maybe a couple of holes to settle in, or are you pretty much first tee, then I'm done?
Yeah, no, I'm done. No, I'm done then.
It's actually a really good question, because a lot of people do suffer with it. I know when I first turned pro, I was awful.
Yeah.
Like, I was so nervous on the first tee, it was just... I could barely pull the trigger on the shot, it was really quite bad. Now, I don't even think about it. When I'm playing friendly golf or teeing it up in a competition, I'm not nervous at all. I used to lose a bit of sleep, leading up to an event, a pro-am or something like that, because I didn't want to let the team down. And you were a bit like that,
I was like that when I was pro. You think they're paying, these amateurs paying quite a bit of money to play golf with you.
Yeah.
and you come in and you don't have a good round of golf.
You kind of let them down a bit.
Yeah, but I always tried to, for me personally, even if I didn't play well in a pro-am, I'd make sure the amateurs had a good day, you know, talk to them, make sure I'm still friendly, whether I'm playing well or not.
I get that, yeah. So for me, no, you a little bit on maybe in a competition. For me, no. The only time I would say is, and definitely I don't get nervous in front of the camera. Like a lot of people would think that you'd get nervous playing golf in front of the camera. I don't get nervous in front of the camera. I don't even kind of think about the cameras there half the time. But and I might get a bit nervous if like a group of people. So if I play in the Pro-Am here at Torquay and people come to watch me tee off the first, that's the only time where I might feel it a little bit. But to be honest with you, it doesn't bother me that much anymore. This one is a question for me, which is, am I upgrading my wedges this year to SM8? And the answer is yes. And it's not because I'm upgrading because I want to go from SM7 to SM8 in that particular, you know, that as a reason. It's purely because my SM7s are pretty beaten up. I've done some trips this year, especially when we went to, or last year we went to Gran Canaria.
It's rock, isn't it?
Volcanic rock, and I was playing, I think, foursomes with Matt at the time, and he put me in a couple of tricky positions which I had to play out of some rocks which chewed up my lob wedge had it that day. So yes, I am moving into SM8, but not for until I've been fitted myself and get it all sorted, so I will do. So there's one other question that keeps popping up that I feel that now is the time that I need to answer it. Okay, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go and answer the question, alright? So I'll see you later.
See you later.
Okay, see you later. So a lot of the questions that are coming out on the comments recently are you sponsored by anybody? And I think that what you're seeing is maybe me using Titleist equipment. I'm wearing FootJoy shoes, FootJoy clothing. So the questions are, is Dan being paid to use all of these products? Let's get out on the golf course and hit some shots and talk about it, shall we? So the way I think you've got to look at this is, look at me with two different hats on. There's this hat, which is the hat that I'm going to be wearing majority of the time when you see me in videos on YouTube. And then you've got to look at me without a hat on. And the outer hat on is me being head pro at Torquay Golf Club. So the reason I wanted to mention that side of it is that I am first and foremost the head pro at Torquay Golf Club. And secondly, I have a YouTube channel which I have started this year, and I'm looking to make content to try and help golfers become more knowledgeable about the game and hopefully improve and entertain them along the way, with obviously Lester on the channel. Titleist roll out what they call a staff ambassador program. And this staff ambassador program is something that I signed up to 2 years ago when I was working on Mark's channel. And the staff ambassador program comes from the fact that I am the head pro at Torquay Golf Club, and I spend quite a bit of money every year with Acushnet fitting and selling their products from Torquay Golf Club studio. Now, some of you may have head pros at your own golf club that have probably got the same deal that I've got. Staff ambassador contract. They use Titleist equipment, probably using 14 clubs in their bag, of which are Titleist, and then they use their golf bag and maybe their golf ball as well, depending on what they stock in their shop. I'm no different. So for me, Titleist is my biggest brand in the golf shop. So I sell the most Titleist out of any other product. I do Callaway, I do Cobra also, but Titleist is my main kind of brand that people come to me for fittings for. Titleist is a brand that I work with very closely. It's a brand that supports what I'm trying to offer from a service point of view, and to be honest with you, I don't see me changing away from them, certainly in the near future. So that doesn't mean that I don't work with any other brands, because I do. I work with Cobra, I stock them in the shop. I work with Callaway, I stock them in the shop. I also fit Mizuno, I also fit Ping, I even fit Hendriksen. So there's lots of different brands that I'm working with all the time from my pro shop. So some of you are probably wondering, well, what deal has Dan got with Titleist? So for me, I get to use pretty much any Titleist product that I want to use. So I can get access to any of their irons, any of their drivers, any of their putters and wedges. That's all available for me to use, no different to what it would be for any other head pro in the UK that has a ambassador contract with them. The other side to it is obviously my YouTube side of things. So to be honest with you, the only real difference between what I get as a club pro and what I get as maybe a YouTube side of things, and this is the big key thing for me moving forward, is that I'm working very closely with the marketing guys to get access to maybe some of their players and even do some filming with Titleist, which to me is extremely exciting. So when it comes to reviewing products and working with other companies, this is something that I've spoken to in great detail with Titleist because it's an important thing for me. Titleist understand that us head pros work with other companies. They understand that we sell other companies' products. And for me, as someone who is maybe a little bit more out there on from a YouTube point of view, reviewing equipment, again, absolutely no problem at all. Now, one thing you have to remember is that I do not get financially paid by Titleist to use their product. This is something that I choose to use. It's something I choose to use because it's something I sell a lot in my golf shop at Torquay, and it's something that I enjoy fitting and enjoy working with such a big company like Titleist. So the other company that people have been talking to me about are FootJoy. And what is going on with FootJoy? Am I sponsored? Am I paid? Am I given products by FootJoy just to wear for the videos? And like I talked to you about with the Titleist side of things, it's come more from, let's say, my head pro position with the ambassador program. FootJoy has been slightly different from that point of view. I do stock FootJoy. I stock their shoes and I stock their apparel, and we work quite closely with the company. And FootJoy fall under the umbrella of Acushnet, so they work very closely with Titleist. However, they're not Titleist. They have two different departments. I work with the marketing manager of Titleist and I work with the marketing managers at FootJoy. Even though they do talk, we do talk separately at the same time. So where did the FootJoy deal come from? The FootJoy deal basically is kind of stemmed from my work that I've done with Mark's channel in the past, and there was potentially a financial offer on the table, of which if I'd stuck working with Mark, then that potentially could have come forward. That wasn't a guarantee, but it was potentially in the future something that we could look to sort of put on the table. However, I made it very clear to FootJoy that I wanted to go down my own avenue and start up my own channel, one of which they were very excited about me doing something like that. And they came to me and said that they would like to possibly work with me moving forward and try to help grow my channel along the way. And in order to do that, they would supply me with FootJoy clothing and shoes and glove to help me along that way. So they've given me some clothing to wear, they've given me some apparel. You can see my shirts, my hat, a FootJoy on the side of the hat, and also in my shoes. They also looked at this chance of an opportunity to help me grow by giving me product to kind of give away to you guys as giveaways each month. And I just looked at this and thought, well, there's a great opportunity to obviously give something back to you guys, but also if I can look a little bit smarter in these videos, it all helps. And then last but not least, am I working with a travel company? Yes, I am. I'm going to be working with Brittany Ferry's Golf Desk. We're going to be doing a lot of traveling this year. Hopefully I'm going to bring Lester onto that and some other people as well to get involved. It's something I'm very excited about doing. Is it sponsored? No, it's not sponsored. It just gives me an opportunity to be able to travel and also give me some great opportunities to create content at some beautiful places. So hopefully that answers a few of your questions regarding whether I'm sponsored or not. At the end of the day, do I want to be sponsored? Absolutely. This costs a lot of money to set up a YouTube channel, to buy all the equipment, to travel, to do all the things that I want to do to bring you the best content I can. For me, I'm just thankful at the moment that both Titleist and FootJoy have agreed to help me grow this channel, and I can't thank them enough for that. So I'm extremely excited about what the future holds with this agreement and arrangement, and hopefully I can bring you as good a content as we possibly can from destinations like this one. Let's finish off this round. Well, I'm back from Spain.
Have a good trip?
Yeah, it was a great trip, yeah.
I sort of recognise the face, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, so I got a nice little suntan from when I've been away, so a bit of sunshine out there, which was great. Didn't play so well in the Pro-Am,
no,
disappointingly. But I hope I answered that question for the guys with regards to sponsorship. Is the channel, am I sponsored? And the answer is not financially. Like, I'm not financially sponsored, which obviously I've said in the video, but I think we could do with answering maybe a couple of other questions before we finish off our show. Why are you two so damn handsome?
Like my mum. Thanks, Mum.
Thanks, Jane.
Oh, lovely.
Right, I think we'll close it off with that question. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, and ring that bell if you want some notifications coming through of more videos coming your way. See you again next Sunday.
See you Sunday.
See you soon.